everyone, in this video I will talk about error and exception handling in Python. So the very first thing we should understand is the try, except, finally block. So these are the three keywords which are used extensively whenever you are implementing some critical logic or you want to handle your errors. So try is the block, so you can see that try colon, then except colon, finally colon. So all these three keywords are ended with colon, and the try block lets you execute or test a block of code for errors, and if error appears, then except block handles that error. So the finally block will be executed irrespective of whatever happens in try and except. So let's quickly have a look at it using some code snippets. So I'm moving back onto my Jupyter notebook today. Okay, so let's try one thing. T is equals 4 by 0. So I'm trying to divide 4 by 0. So see what happens. So So you can see that it is giving me division by 0 error. So how to deal with such errors in a more better way? So for that we need to have a try block which will perform or execute the code we want. Then we need to put except. So this is again a keyword which we need to use. So in except, rather than just showing random error to user, we can provide some meaningful error, and we can say cannot divide by 0. So now if I will try to execute this code, you can see that instead of this detail error or traceback, we are getting the one meaningful error which we have thrown. So try block executed this code, error appears, and that's why we are here. Now let me show, since the try block raises the error, the except block executed. If this is all right, let's say if I'm changing this code to some different 4 by 2, in that case we will not get this particular error, so because the except block didn't get triggered. Okay, now we can handle multiple types of exceptions for a single try block. Okay, so let me give you another example. So try, and here I'm taking the same 4 by 0, as well as I am also giving import let's say dummy, some dummy value here. And now in except I am saying print cannot divide by 0. And at the same time I am handling one more except. So let me handle it here itself, except, and here this is the type of import error. So print, and here I'm saying import failed. Okay, so whatever lines is executed, accordingly we will get the error. So let me try out this code. So this got executed and it failed here itself, so that's why it came here. But let's say if you're trying to import this line, this is your first statement here, and if you're trying to execute, the things will fail here itself. So let's try that. So you can say that import failed because this is the error which is, or the except block which is handling import, and that's why we can. So if you want to search for what all the possible exception types are there, you can go to Google and search for Python exceptions list. So here you will get a complete list, so base exception with tracebacks, and here it is talking about buffer error, lookup error. So you can decide what works best for you. This is the one which I picked up, import error. So you can have a look at all these errors and accordingly you need to handle. So recommendation is to handle the generic error so that it could be handled, and if this is not there, then ultimately it will fall in your except, which is the more generic one, and this is a specific error. So specific should be handled first, and then we need to go to the generic block. So let's try out few more things. You can also use else keyword with except. So let me pull in our basic snippet from here, and I'm giving that if t is this, handle this error, and if this error is not appearing, then go to else and say print everything is good. Okay, so in this case, if you will see, it will give you divide by errors. Cannot divide by 0, but if I'm making it some better code, then you will see that it fall into the else part. If except is not executed, then only we will get this else part, and that's why we got this particular error. Now let's talk something about finally keyword. So for finally, let me take this, and here at the end, so finally comes after except, and finally block executes irrespective of whether we were in try block or whether we are coming from the except. So here I will go ahead and type in task completed. So let's try this. So although you got this error, but still finally statement also got executed. So this is the idea. So if you want to dispose some heavy resources or some unmanaged resources, then it is always recommended to put them under the finally. So even if something went wrong, this resources would be disposed properly. Now I will show you how can you raise an exception. So let's say you want to raise an exception. So we usually raise an exception when anything went wrong. So I'm giving x equals to, or let's say t equal to -1. If t is less than 0, then if t is less than 0, then go ahead and raise. So raise is the keyword, raise exception. So we can provide some message, number less than 0 is not accepted. Okay, so let's see how it works now. Now you can see that when we use the raise keyword, we got the output something like this. Also typo here, let me, yeah. So you can see that using the raise keyword, we can raise an exception, and in that case you will get the complete detail that what actually happened. So this is way you can handle, and you can handle different types of exceptions here again, similar to how we did for except. So you can say name error, and here you can say anything. So it will simply go ahead and raise your name errors. So this is how we can handle errors and exceptions in Python. So hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will catch you next time in another video. Thank you.